At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Welcome to round 8 of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia tonight. It's Campbelltown City versus Modbury Vista at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Simon Jimenez on the call tonight. Before we talk a little bit more about the match that we all came here to see, a quick look how the table looked at round 7's end last week. West Adelaide sitting pretty on top. 7 wins from 7 matches means they're opening a gap on Salisbury into the next closest. We look a bit further down the ladder with tonight's match. Both teams are looking to climb. That top 5 is where you need to be come season's end to participate in finals. Campbelltown currently in 7th, Modbury Vista currently in 9th. And of course we'll have a peek at the live ladder tonight too. Comets versus Metro Stars will have concluded in just the past few minutes. Metro Stars sitting between Campbelltown and Modbury Vista on the ladder. That result affects where the teams that are playing tonight will end up at round 8's end. Let's have a look now at the starting lineups for these two teams. Campbelltown City, just one change made by head coaches Joe Wakiko and Mary Gossi from last week's starting 11, who beat Adelaide Comets away in pretty spectacular fashion. Tonight, out comes Anastasia Simic and in comes Summer Doman. A little bit concerningly last week, Simic came off during the first half and Doman came in, so possibly a carryover injury. Interesting that she's not on the side tonight. Meanwhile, for Modbury Vista, a historic week last week, and there's just been one change made by their head coach Diaz from their meeting against Adelaide Uni. The first win ever in Apex Steel Women's National Premier League SA, and they've only made one change from last week. Out goes Georgia Did, and in comes Emily Gale. Our officials tonight are Joshua Britvek, Chun Kit Chow, and Fuzzy Karem. Looks like we'll have a couple of minutes worth of delay here. The reserves match just before us went a little bit long, but that's okay. Gives us a quick chance to check in with the match that we mentioned a little bit earlier, which was Adelaide Comets against Metro Stars. And as we said, Campbelltown travelled to LJ Hooker Marlin Sports Park last week and got a win. And earlier tonight, Adelaide Comets have bounced back, getting a 3-1 win against Metro Stars. And tomorrow is a big day for the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia, because the official Female Football Week launch is tomorrow, and it's going to feature a mini roos and junior girls games, a female-only referee course, 3 Women's National Premier League fixtures, as well as partner activations, awards, and a special group photo celebrating women and girls in football. There's the mini roos and junior girls matches, under 7s, under 8s and under 9s, taking place on the Football 5s courts from midday through to 3 p.m. And then, as we mentioned as well, that special female-only junior football match official course kicking off a little bit earlier in the day at 9 o'clock, leading into those 3 WNPL matches. Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia triple header, starting with Flinders United and Salisbury Inter at 12:45. Football SA in West Adelaide at 3:15, and then Flinders Uni in West Torrens Bacalla at 3:15.
Okay, great.
So if you're around the place, check it out.
No worries, we're good play.
And of course, all the RAA National Premier League South Australia action as well. The teams just now starting to make their way out onto the field, which gives us a little bit more time to talk about something else that's on at the moment. Football South Australia is taking part in South Australia's History Festival this May, hosting a series of sessions at Service FM Stadium exploring the history of the game in our state. It's titled One Round Ball, Football's Connections Across South Australia. The sessions look at how football has brought communities together across generations, from grassroots to the global stage, through stories, memorabilia and personal experiences. Sessions run across May and are free to attend, but bookings are required. You can find out more information via the Football SA website. We finally got both teams making their way to the main pitch here at Steve Woodcock Sports Complex now. Just a couple of minutes behind schedule. Let's talk a little bit more about those 2 big results from last week for both of these sides. Starting with the home team, Campbelltown City. They've got the opportunity to overtake Adelaide Uni this round with a win. Adelaide Uni just 1 point in front at the moment, and the top 5 is within distance. Campbelltown City on 7 points, FSA on 10 points, and Campbelltown can also claim they've achieved 7 points out of a maximum possible 9 in the last 3 rounds, which is big, as well as a cup win as well. So, given a less than optimal start to the season, things have come good in the last month or so. That win away at Comets last week, as we said, Anna Pritchard and Marina Asada, the goal scorers, they were also the beneficiary of an own goal for Comets as well. The week before that cup win away against Football SA, a draw the week before that against Adelaide University, and then a big win against Flinders United the week before that, 5-1. Meanwhile, for Modbury Vista, that historic win last week at home against Adelaide Uni, 4-3 the result. Mondiri scoring in the 35th and 61st minutes. Nishitani in the 90th. And Williams in the 92nd. They had a big win the week before that as well, 5-0 against Cove FC. But a couple of losses just before that, albeit against some pretty tough competition in West Adelaide and Salisbury Inter. With a win tonight, Modbury Vista can overtake Campbelltown. They're only 2 points behind them, and only 2 points behind Metro as well. Again, their game is already concluded tonight, and they didn't take any points from that, so it sets up Modbury Vista to climb if they can get all 3 tonight. Adelaide University also in the mix as well, just 3 points ahead of them. The top goal scorers for each side for Campbelltown City, it's Anna Pritchard, who celebrated a birthday this week. I promised myself I was going to give her a special birthday mention, so happy birthday to Anna Pritchard. You get a special mention because I learned during the week that I've been saying your name the non-preferred way over the last few weeks, so forgive me if I slip into old habits tonight, but from going forward it's Anna Pritchard. But the other goal scorers for Campbelltown, Bramley, Vitrek, Doman and Asada. Modbury Vista, their leading goal scorer, Mondiri with 5, Williams with 2, Smith and Nishitani with 1 each. We're waiting for Caitlin Williams to go on a bit of a run in terms of goal scoring form. She bagged a huge 23 during last year's Apex Steel Women's State League. And we're about to get things underway here. As we said, just one change for both of these sides compared to last week's starting 11. For Campbelltown City, now comes Simic, in comes Doman, who that was the exact change that was made when Simic came off last week injured, and Doman played very well. And into Modbury Vista. Emily Gale in for Georgia did, and we're underway here at Steve Woodcock Sports Complex. Round 8 in Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia. Our first throw into the game will be taken by Modbury Vista. Vista doing well initially just to evade the pressure of Campbelltown. There's Mondiri. Doesn't look like she's in a great deal of hurry, pretty comfortable, but ends up just being tapped over by Campbelltown. Tia Shinakis now presents to take the throw in a very advanced position for Modbury Vista. It's a decent throw-in, just manages to make it into that 18-yard box. Campbelltown looking to clear it now, but they're still under a little bit of pressure. Asada. The goal scorers from last week now goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Campbelltown this time. Linz plays it down the line. It's Rakiki. It looks like she'll manage to squeeze past Lesinski. Still Rakiki. She's got Asada in the middle. sure if that was a complete shot attempt from her or that one's easily picked up by Abby Lucas. Amelia Rakiki got the first touch on that, and then it's Campbelltown that end up with it again, and they're able to mount an attack. Here's Glynns. She's got no one in front of her, but the first touch was a little bit poor. Plays it back. Amelia Rakiki tried to play it back and build up a little again, but Vista got a touch on it. The second ball up forward's good. Here's Monique Rakiki. Footwork and intensity is good as always, and attempts to cross it in. It looked like Pritchard was the intended target, but it goes out and will be a goal kick. In terms of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia ladder, we mentioned it up the top. West Adelaide flying high at the top at the moment. The best possible result from the 7 games. 7 wins from 7, 21 points. And they'll be one of the teams as part of the fixture tomorrow. Female Football Week triple header at Service FM Stadium. Salisbury into West Torrens, Pacala, Adelaide Comets, all pretty close together, making up that top 4 with Football SA just behind those two. But West Adelaide once again just flying away. Of course, the challenge for them this year will be to go one better and perform at finals time as well. Campbelltown managed to win it back high up. Summer Doman has to get her skates on to chase it, and she does. Now plays it through to Kuda. Here's a chance for Campbelltown, and they convert. And it's Anna Pritchard.
Goal score for Campbelltown City by You Know Who, Anna Pritchard, number 23. Campbelltown City 1.
You Know Who was the call over the place. Steve Woodcock Sports Complex. She's making a bit of a habit of that in recent weeks. Pritchard, of course, she's added another one to her tally. She's the leading goal scorer for Campbelltown so far this year. And with that, she makes it 7 so far in this campaign. So Campbelltown only take about 4 minutes to get off the line here at home. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast as well, Modbury Vista's big win last week. It was their first in Apex Steel NPLSA competition. Now here's a chance for Modbury on the break, but it just dribbles out. Caitlin Williams unable to keep it in. Last time Modbury Vista did come up to the top flight of women's football in the state, they weren't able to get a win. So a big achievement to have taken all 3 last week at home. Isabel Chikowicz under a little bit of time pressure from the referee. Joshua Brickbeck, the man in the middle today. One of the changes over the off-season is that time limit that the keeper has to dispose of the ball. So if you do hear that big loud countdown, that means time's ticking for the keeper to get rid of it. If they don't get rid of it in time, it means they do concede a corner kick, and it hasn't been a rule that's played out a whole lot. I believe there's only been a couple of instances. But we had one in the RD8 National Premier League South Australia earlier this year. Got to far a little bit out about it. Information session of the week. We'll come back to that. Here's Monique Rakiki. Sada's in the middle. Like she tried to do it herself in the end and it was just stopped near the near post by Abby Lucas. Just going back to that point on the time limit for keepers to get rid of the ball, we were told that it's not designed to trip anyone up, hence the big loud countdown. It's all about just keeping the game moving. So we've seen that take effect during the 2026 season so far. Glynns centres it. Sada never really managed to get that one in control and ends up going out and be another Campbelltown throw-in. Sada slides in to try keeping in that danger area, but it's eventually won by Modbury Vista. Nishitani able to battle through red traffic, and now it's Nicola Kiki was trying to present herself to a bit of an opportunistic situation, but there's been a bit of a collision along the way, and now there's a Modbury Vista player on the ground that'll get a little bit of treatment. In a moment I should be able to get a visual of the number and tell you exactly who it is. Abby Touchette wearing the number 3. The play that went down. Seems like she'll be fine, but will of course have to come off before coming back on. Kiki sends it in, but be a bit of a less than ideal taken corner in the end. But it looks like she might get another go at it. Joshua Brookbeck was just pointing towards the Modbury Vista bench. I think it may have been a little bit of confusion around Abby Touchette coming back on. Kiki sends it back in. This corner's better. Ends up going straight back out and landing on top of the netting. So Abby Lucas will take this goal kick once she retrieves the ball. Good thing about being a keeper is you usually got Virgo gadget arms, and those were long enough to retrieve it from over the fence, so no backup ball required. Marcus managed to find a target. Mondiri has still got it. Composed and plays it back to a little bit of safety. There's Ferreira that sent it forward. Still a little bit scrappy at the moment from Modbury Vista. Now they're creating a little bit of a break. Ends up just being spilled in front of the Campbelltown bench by Tia Shanakis. Glynns takes that throw in. She won't get a second go at it. It's going to be Modbury that. And a free kick. Mina Nishitani will take this. One of the goal scorers last week, former West Adelaide, former Salisbury Inter. Big pick up from Modbury Vista for their campaign back in Apex Steel NPLSA competition. Mondiri got a little bit of a toe to that from a long way out, but wasn't going to be one that would trouble Isabel Checkwitz. Not sure if the cameras caught that, but there's a sign that says hot save, Izzy. I'm sure she'd love getting a few of those for the highlight reel, but Also, you don't want to be relying on your keeper too much, do you? She will now get to take this goal kick though. Doman plays it up the line. She found Asada, who goes to Pritchard. Now it's back with Asada. Nice ball forward. Monique Rakiki, can she get past the keeper? It was a poor outcome in the end for Campbelltown. Campbelltown have won the corner now, but there seems to just be a little bit of confusion around who's going to take it. It's Kira Glynns. Actually, it won't be a corner. That was maybe the confusion there. It will be a throw-in. It's the Vista defender that gets the first touch on it. It's Nishitani, and it's eventually cleared. Modbury. Eventually spilled to Campbelltown. He's Monique Rakiki, but only momentarily. She will try to get a second go at it. It goes out. The last time these two teams faced each other in Apex Steel WNPLSA competition was back in 2024. As we said, one other year that Modbury Vista have come up to the top flight. In that instance, it was 2 wins for Campbelltown, 2-1 away in round 4, and then a 1-0 win at home. Of course, though, we're hoping for a few more goals tonight, given that we saw our first one so early. Just 5 minutes in from Anna Pritchard. 14 minutes gone now on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Amelia Rakiki gets to it. Goes to Glynns, who looks up, assesses her options, and she chooses Monique Rakiki in the middle, who gets a touch to it. It's just a little bit heavy. She seems to be everywhere early on, Monique Rakiki, as she was last week, but the execution, maybe not what she'd like just in these early stages, but expect her to make plenty of a difference throughout this game. Williams just backed into a little bit of a corner there, but Modbury Vista do well to end up with a throw-in in a pretty advanced position. Shanakis will take. She chooses Modbury, who gets the first touch on it. Shanakis sends it central, but only as far as Anna Pritchard. Still back and forth a little bit now. It's not exactly clean defending at the moment from Campbelltown, and eventually goes out. It will be another Modbury Vista throw-in. Shanakis looked like she was about to find Williams, but she was under a little bit of pressure from Williams, I believe it was, and eventually goes out to Vista. Izzy Chepwitz will take the goal kick. Set long and finds Takuda. To Amelia Rakiki for a little bit of help. Switches up to the right-hand side in Summer Doman. Nice ball up the line to the path of Anna Pritchard, but Abby Lucas was way out. And 18-yard box and confidently clears. Brave keeping so far from Lucas, it has to be said. I think Pritchard probably fancied that. That was a pretty good ball and should be able to make something from it, but Lucas so far out from the area, was in prime position to claim it. Free kick now for Campbelltown. Vista end up getting the better of that. Until it goes out for a Campbelltown throw-in. Cleans. It looked like Asada might have been the initial target, but Rakiki, as usual, glides in and wants to see as much of it as she can. Here's Takuda. To Amelia Rakiki, who tried to play in a little bit of space there, but it's cut off along the way. Now it's Modbury Vista. Takuda manages to win it and scrambles to play it to Amelia Rakiki, but it goes out. Another Modbury Vista throw-in. Modbury just trying to battle past Glynns and doesn't manage to do so. Finds its way to Takuda via Amelia Rakiki. Now it's with Monique Rakiki. Under a little bit of pressure, is composed enough to try and find Summer Doman, who doesn't manage to control that with the first touch, and it goes out for a Modbury Vista throw-in on the other set end. Getting to that time of year where players are going to be on the move, and that was a bit of a pivotal period for Campbelltown last year. The beneficiary of a couple of big names from Adelaide United who came in and turned their season around completely. Chelsea Dorber and Claudia Jenkins, the two big names that came to mind. And of course the Ninja A-League season has just wrapped up as well, so what will those players fresh off that competition coming back into the mix mean for the comp? Only just squeezed into the finals last year did Campbelltown, but ended up making a splash and even playing in the grand. Beaten by Comets on the day. But I guess sort of managed to reverse their fortunes in the grand final replay last week against Comets with their win. For Modbury Vista, they've already done one better than the 2024 WNPLSA campaign, having already claimed a win last week, but I think they certainly won't be content with just one. We've got Flinders just below on the ladder at the moment, battling. They've already had a coaching change there. So certainly no one down that end of the ladder can get too comfortable. It's a long throw for Vista that finds Williams, but she just puts it immediately back out. Now it'll be Campbelltown throwing. Asada managed to get to it, puts through a nice through ball for Takuda, who launches the cross. Gets intercepted though. Asada looks like she might get a second chance to create something though. She goes to ground, and now it's Vista hoping to do something on the bounce again. Williams. Campbelltown will look to build something. Glens was trying to play it to Monique Rakiki, but intercepted by Caitlin Ferreira. Ferreira, one of the international players for Modbury Vista. Portuguese in origin with a huge list of foreign clubs that she's played for, among them SC Braga and a heap of American teams as well, having spent a little bit of time in the college system. Union University, Mount St. Mary's University. Mandiri dispossessed, but she battles to win it back. It's Ferreira. Looked like a vague attempt at a shot, but nowhere near in the end. So not a great deal of opportunity created by either side since the scoring was open in just the 5th minute. Another throw in for Modbury Vista. Vista's bench helping out with a spare ball. That looked to be their coach, Diaz. Well, it won't be a throw. It'll in fact be a free kick. It will be Mena Nishitani that takes. Just a one-man wall. As the ball comes in, Mandiri jumped up to try make the most of it. Ends up being cleared by Campbelltown. Now it's Monique Rakiki in a little bit of a running race to try and get to it first and create something. Let's Touchette against to it. Although Campbelltown end up getting away with it again. That's Amelia Rakiki who has to retrieve this loose ball. It's still in the right area for Campbelltown though. Kira Glens tries from distance. Maybe a little bit too much distance to cover in the end, because Abby Lucas claims it comfortably. Amelia Rakiki wins it high up. Tried to slip a ball through for Marina Asada, but doesn't get to her. Abby Lucas again. And now she's picked up the ball. The countdown will start. Kicks it out before Joshua Brickbeck gets to complete his countdown. Goes in and straight out from Vista, and it'll be a Campbelltown throw in now. Here's Monique Rakiki. Manages to get past Touchette. Now Vista win it back, and it's Mandiri. Just a little bit too much traffic in the way. They're throwing a good outcome for them. Williams is calling for it. Mandiri tried to find her through the legs of Glens. Campbelltown eventually win it, though it's a little bit of a hurried clearance. And Abby Lucas will proceed to build her up from the back. And a Pritchard with a nice interception. Bramley gets involved, gets ahead to it. Now here's Monique Rakiki, who chose to shoot herself from distance, but it's a long way out. And again, Abby Lucas doesn't look terribly troubled. Montieri now trying to run forward and create something. Shatani just trying to open up a little bit of space for herself, but Summer Doman manages to put it to a little bit of a place of safety, but ends up going out, and it will be a Modbury Vista corner. In a half that hasn't seemed to have created a terrible lot of opportunities, aside from that one capitalised in just the 5th minute from Anna Pritchard for Campbelltown to put them in front. Could be a chance to create something for Modbury here. Nishitani sends it right in front, and it's in! And we've levelled it. 28th minute, 1-1. An own goal was the call in the end. So as we said, not a huge amount of opportunities for Modbury Vista in that first half, but regardless, they find themselves drawing level. And in the 29th minute, it's 1-1. It doesn't matter how you find the back of the net. It's the score on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. That counts. And to be honest, it's been a pretty back and forth game throughout the first half. Neither team has really managed to get clean play and assert themselves, which has meant it's been very back and forth. Probably safe to say not the most entertaining game, but the fact that we're locked up now means we've got one on our hands. Williams just fails to cross it in. Glenn's getting in the way. It wasn't Glenn, sorry. It was Lisa Costello. Throw in for Vista. Nishitani got ahead to it. Now the cross will come in. Izzy Chekwitz comes in and claims it safely. After conceding off of that corner, I'd imagine those sorts of moments will be a little bit more testy tonight going forward for Campbelltown. Takuda gets ahead and receives a touch from Marina Asada en route to Monique Rakiki, who crosses it, but it gets intercepted. Shot from far out by Campbelltown. All that will eventuate over those, a goal kick after Abby Lucas retrieves this. So 1-1 at the moment. Probably not worth having a look at the live ladder just yet, but maybe worth revisiting the scenarios that we outlined at the start of this game. Campbelltown City starting the round in 7th spot. Adelaide Uni just 1 point in front, and the top 5 within striking distance. FSA on just 10 points. They've claimed 7 out of a maximum of possible 9 in the last 3 rounds, Campbelltown. And for Modbury Vista, Adelaide Uni is just 3 points ahead in 6th spot. So with a result they can possibly climb tonight as well. Asada turned around and got a shot to it, but it's not one that'll worry Abby Lucas. Pereira lets it drop before getting a touch to it. Vista forced to scramble to just pick up the loose ball. Campbelltown end up giving away a foul along the way, so it'll be a Modbury Vista free kick. Just to reiterate one of the results from earlier tonight, or the only result actually in the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia. Metro Stars and Comets. With Comets getting the win at home. Here's Mondiri. He's looking to line up the cross, but it goes out. They will get another corner kick though. We know that the last one bore fruit for Modbury Vista. Unfortunate own goal for the home side, but makes things interesting, locking it up. Nishitani sends it in. Looked like she was looking for the same sort of spot, just landing inside of that near post to her, but that time it just ends up on the outside of the side netting. Isabel Chekowicz successfully finds Takuda. He picks out Summer Doman on the far right-hand side, who delivered a decent ball from Marina Sada, although she was just offside. We've got a little stop in the action. I can tell you a little bit more about the Campbelltown keeper. Former Sturt Lions, having also played in West Adelaide, Metro Stars, and Comets. Goalkeeper of the year in 2023, and the Cup winner and Premier in 2023 as well. Campbelltown on the attack now. Glynns with a nice ball to Monique Rikiki. On second look, maybe not quite measured as well as it seemed. But Campbelltown will get a throw in. That huge double header to come as part of the opening for Female Football Week. Monique Rikiki crosses it. Pritchard fancied herself getting on the end of it for a second there, but ends up going across the far side. And Smith finds Williams. And it's Mondiri. Gets a bit of a hurried touch on it, but manages to chase it down and get it back under control. Ball forward to Williams. Mondiri. Emily Gow was just floating forward there around the middle. And this is a more fluid passage of play, the likes of which we haven't really seen a whole lot of in the first half, to be honest. Shinakis doesn't quite manage to get to it in time to keep it in. Now Campbelltown to throw in. Nishitani finds Williams. She was trying to play into the path of Mondiri, but takes a deflection on the way. Kerry Glynns chooses the safety of the sideline. Shimakis throws it into the feet of Mondiri, who's got Glynns to get past. She launched the cross, but Glynns gets a touch to it. Although it seems she disagrees with the assistant ref. It's Bramley Chooses safety. Puts it over. It'll be another Modbury throw-in. Shanakis doesn't seem to have the go-go gadget arms of Abby Lucas, so she has to go through the gate to retrieve it. Nishitani. Shanakis sends it in. Just goes out though. Now we started mentioning before the Female Football Week, which features a big triple header in the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia tomorrow. But before that, there's mini Roos games, junior girls games as well. There's also a special female-only junior football match official course happening too. A big day planned to kick off Female Football Week at Service FM Stadium tomorrow. Of course, that includes that triple header. Flinders United and Salisbury Inter with a 12:45 kickoff. Football SA and West Adelaide, 3:15 kickoff. Adelaide Uni and West Torrens Bacalla also kicking off at 3:15. So not a bad weekend where you can check out 3 games plus all in the same place. Especially given it's the top of the table, West Adelaide in action. Another high performer in Salisbury Inter, West Torrens Bacalla, having a decent season so far as well. And Football SA, always a good team to watch. Adelaide Uni and Flinders United, a little bit more in the category of having a fight this year, but we know how a season can turn around. We saw Campbelltown do that just last year. Ball sent in. Campbelltown players presenting. It looked like Olivia Bramley, who was hunting around, wanted to get ahead to it. There's a slightly better ball in from Georgia Yanella as well, whose name we haven't mentioned a terrible lot in this first half. Summer Doman happy to let that go out, or looks like Modbury Vista's got the throw. Perhaps was trying to just keep it in. Now it's Williams. She's got Mondiri in the middle. Gets past Doman. Can she pick out Mondiri? Just goes over her head. Now it's Nishitani that ends up with it. Shots. Mina Nishitani in the 40th minute. And haven't we seen a bit of a change of fortunes for Modbury Vista over the last 10 minutes or so? Well, we said just in the lead-up, probably 5 minutes before that goal happened, we hadn't seen a lot of clear passages of play, and Modbury seemed to be starting to do that a little bit. Although that particular goal didn't result from it, it was a little bit of an opportunistic moment for Nishitani, taking advantage of a wayward clearance, but the quality in the strike was absolutely there. Nishitani puts Modbury Vista in front. I mentioned it was a historic last week for Modbury Vista, getting their first win in Apex Steel Women's National Premier League SA history. They do the unthinkable, make it their second. Mondiri gets a nice touch to it. Ends up going to ground with a little bit of contact there. Joshua Britvet looked like he thought about it for a moment, but now it's Campbelltown trying to create an opportunity. Asada. Pritchard. And we're 2-0. .42nd minute. Anna Pritchard makes it 2. celebrated a birthday during the week. You don't automatically get a brace for that, but that's what she's got so far. Plenty of games still to play out. And as we said before, we're just seeing this game start to develop a little bit of a flow, a little bit more excitement, a little bit of clean play now. This moment too from Nishitani's, she played that ball through to Williams, which she was a little bit too far away from me to try and judge what happened there. Went out to Vista throw in. Cross comes in for error. A little bit of a gasp from the crowd beside me. Did look like from this angle that it might have got a hand on the way in. The whistle didn't go though, which means no, it did not. Bramley sends it long. Neither Pritchard or Asada unable to control that, and it goes all the way back to Abby Lucas, just in front of the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions, and it's counting down to half time. 43 minutes showing. We only saw a trainee coming out on one instance, so you wouldn't expect at this stage to be too much time added. Modbury Vista take it quickly this time. Some of the Domans there to do the mopping up. That's well one high by Vista. Just goes beyond Mondiri. Ferrer was hunting around trying to develop something off the rebound, but it eventually goes out. A little bit of instruction from the Campbelltown bench below us. Just to be mindful of the clock, and the message seems to be that Campbelltown will be content if it stays locked up at half-time. Glynns. She was looking for Amelia Rakiki, but bounces off the head of Ferreira. I think Rakiki just pushes past to get a touch on it, but now she's gone down. Holding her left foot. No trainer called, and this will continue after a quick boot adjustment. Glynns plays it down the line to Asada, who controls it well and almost gets past the two Modbury Vista players. If crowd seems to be finding their voice in this half at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Almost at the 46-minute mark. And there is the half-time whistle. 2-2 the score at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Anna Pritchard opening the scoring in just the 5th minute, followed up by an own goal for Modbury Vista penalty before Nishitani intercepted a ball and send it into the back of the net, making it 2-1, but only a couple minutes later, Anna Pritchard levelling things back up again, giving us a game on our hands this second half. It's round 8 of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia, Campbelltown City and Modbury Vista at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Join us for the second half shortly.
Halfway there? Yeah, that's it. No, that's it.
I signed my child up. Well, this is probably second time, I reckon. Last year we did it as well.
I thought it'd be good for her to get out and be active because she loves playing soccer.
It's just great to get the kids out, especially off the iPads and stuff like that as well.
She's made new friends and I'd definitely recommend it to other people.
So you just enjoy the game and just enjoy playing with other kids, yeah.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Inside. First pass isn't really that great, but they still have it. Shot from distance, and that is an absolute rocket from Caelan Laird. Super sub comes on, makes it 3-0.
Cutting inside, has to strike. Hussein! That's an unbelievable goal, Abu Hussein, for his first of the club. We're only 5 minutes in here, but he's almost taken the net off.
Ball. Bucco now. Great first through pass to Dominic Costanzo on this side here on his left. Gets a shot in, that's goal bound! It's gone in fine finish by Dominic Costanzo, making it 1-1 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And maybe more. Scores update in a minute here as this free kick comes in from Kasimovic. He's hit it well. Oh, Hassan Kasimovic. Pick that one out. Oh, that's I've got no words, Paul. That doesn't happen very often, but that's a fine free kick.
No, that's a super strike. Super strike.
Might have been coming out to the path of Stella, but the end now. Forward on the break. Cassia John has a shot from distance. Wow! Goal of the week! Cassia John!
One of the best signs that we know when it is a positive experience is when children keep coming back. We want them to be open to make a mistake so they keep learning. The learning is hidden within the games. So as much as possible, get in contact with the ball.
The kids are repeating the drills a lot, so it just becomes a muscle memory. The kids don't need to focus on the skill itself, they just do it naturally, yeah.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, you know, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And it's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like, you know, making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. You know, I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've got in the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, you know, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. Definitely it can be a rewarding career.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level, and with a better level there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Welcome back to the second half at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. Campbelltown City versus Modbury Vista in round 8 of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia. There's been plenty of people out enjoying the main pitch at Steve Woodcock tonight. Been a little bit jealous actually, and not being able to get involved kicking the footy. And both the Campbelltown bench and some of the spectators as well getting in on the action. A cool night at Steve Woodcock tonight, but a nice clear night. So it's nice to see everyone out there having a bit of a kick and having a bit of fun. But in terms of the main proceedings that we came here for tonight, 4 goals scored in that first half. It was Anna Pritchard for Campbelltown that opened the scoring in just the 5th minute. And a pretty scrappy most of the half ensued, to be perfectly honest, but Mina Nishitani found the back of the net. Well, it's actually via the head of one of the Campbelltown defenders off a corner. And that seemed to be a little bit of a turning point in the game, with a little bit more fluid play and a little bit more excitement. And it wasn't too much longer before Nishitani found the back of the net on her very own, intercepted a ball just outside the 18-yard box, launched it. Isabel Czechowicz wasn't able to get to it, making it 2-1 for the visitors, but only took a couple of minutes for Anna Pritchard to strike again for Campbelltown, locking it up 2-2, and that was a score that we saw as the teams went in for half-time. Simon Jimenez on the call with you today. Our officials tonight, Joshua Britvec, with Chunkit Chow and Fazzy Karem. As we said at the top, just one change for each of these sides going into this game. For Campbelltown, it was Anastasia Simic, who came off injured last week in Campbelltown's win against Comets. Summer Doman came on to take her place and perform well, and she was the player that started in Simic's absence tonight. For Modbury Vista, Emily Gale coming in. What Georgia did, and having said all that, it looks like we may have a change off the back. Looked like there was a little bit of activity on the Campbelltown bench. I believe it might have been Brooke Gilchrist about to come on, but it looks like she has got the vest on at the moment, so perhaps that's not just going to happen quite yet, but a little bit later. She came on during the second half last week against Comets. And as I said, in terms of the general momentum of the game, it got a little bit more exciting over the last 10 or 15 minutes of this half, so hoping that we can start this second half with a similar momentum as we finish the first. Modbury Vista kicking off to get us going, and they'll also have the first throw-in of the second half. As well as the second. So as we said, brace for Anna Pritchard, who gets a touch right now, adding to her goal tally, the top scorer for Campbelltown so far this year. Nishitani notching up her second for the year so far. Also, it'd be massive if Modbury Vista can get a win away tonight, having last week claimed their first win of Apex Steel WNPLSA competition. They were winless in their campaign back in 2024 before going straight down to the Women's State League. They've already gone one better in 2026, but they won't be content with that. They'll want to be a factor come finals time. Bit of action earlier tonight with Comets getting a win over Metro Stars. Modbury trying to get through a little bit of traffic. Only gets a touch to it, but ends up being spilled once more to Vista. Williams went up to try to get a touch in the middle. As Ferreira winds up, and it just goes wide. Modbury Vista trying to apply a little bit of pressure as Campbelltown play it out. And they win it in their attacking third, but only momentarily. Takuda goes to Monique Rakiki. Now Asada puts it back into the path of Rakiki. The flag is down. Rakiki, maybe it's a little bit too late to release, but another chance. That's cleared by Modbury Vista. A bit of a chance from well outside for Campbelltown. From Georgia Yanella. But now it's going forward again for Modbury Vista. If not for that slide to put it out for Campbelltown. Switching ball for Campbelltown, that finds Summer Doman. Pritchard back to Doman, back to Pritchard. And a sliding tackle from Modbury Vista that didn't manage to win the ball, but certainly halted that momentum Campbelltown were looking to build. Pritchard's just expressing a little bit of frustration. Perhaps that she didn't win the free kick there. Bramley sends it back forward. Modbury Vista. Emily Gale trying to play it forward into the path of Mondiri, the two-time goal scorer last week. Ella Smith takes the throw in. Ends up going all the way out for a goal kick. We do get ready for this goal kick. A bit of a reminder about what's happening at the moment with Football SA. They're taking part in South Australia's History Festival this May and hosting a series of sessions at Service FM Stadium exploring the history of the game in our state. It's titled One Round Ball, Football's Connections Across South Australia. The sessions look at how footballers brought communities together across generations from grassroots to the global stage through stories, memorabilia and personal experiences. Sessions run throughout May and they're free to attend, but bookings are required. You can find out more info at the Football SA website. And also in other Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australian news, the triple header at Service FM Stadium tomorrow. It's part of Female Football Week. A full day of action. Mini-roos, juniors, also female only. Junior football match official course will be held too. Then of course 3 big games, including league leaders West Adelaide, who kick off at 3:15 against Football SA. Adelaide University and West Torrens Bacalla will kick off at the same time, so 2 for 1 with your time. And you can do even better if you get there a little bit earlier. 12:45, Flinders United and Salisbury Inter. So check it out. Service FM Stadium tomorrow. Get there early and check out all the action. A heap of activations happening as well. Meanwhile, Monique Rakiki breaks. Like Asada was the player she was looking for in the middle, but it's won by Modbury Vista. Now it's Mondiri just trying to open up a little bit of space for her. But she does beat the 2 players. Finds Ferreira. Long ball forward by Vista. Looking for Nishitani, who will end up on it. Shot from outside, and Isabel Chekwitz. That won't be one to concern her. As Campbelltown build back out from the back. As I said, things seem to get a little bit more free-flowing and fluid at the last parts of the second half, and that's how things have been in the first 6 or 7 minutes of the second half. Doman to throw in for Campbelltown. Rakiki gets the touch. Ultimately, it's won by Vista. Smith tried to play it through for Modbury, but didn't. Looked like she was going to get a second chance of it. Again, didn't. And after all that, we're going to see a Campbelltown free kick. Captain Olivia Bramley will take. A big pick up for Campbelltown from Durham Women's Football Club. In WSL 2 in England, former Leicester City Centre of Excellence player. Did a spell at Portsmouth on loan. Has won league titles in England and the South Australian WNPL treble, and was also part of the team of the year back in 2022. And between all of that, he's a PhD candidate as well, which is pretty impressive. And Pritchard called for it, and the ball came forward, and it might have been flubbed by Abby Lucas. A bit of a mad rush to get back for Vista, and it looks like they'll get away from this safely. Goes out, and thanks to a deflection from Mina Asada, Modbury Vista will get the throw in. Angela Smith to take for Modbury Vista. Modbury goes to ground, and she expressed a little bit of frustration as she went down, and on the bench blast for Campbelltown, Marigosti also took some sort of issue with that. The mop-up of it is, it will be a Modbury Vista free kick, which Mina Nishitani takes quickly to Ella Smith with a nice ball in centrally. Looking for Modbury, just went beyond Ferreira. Wasn't able to get the second attempt at it. Now it's Campbelltown breaking free. Abby Lucas dashing back. Will Pritchard make it 3? Not just yet. Just a little bit more involvement going forward this half so far for Anna Pritchard. And it's created a couple of opportunities already for Campbelltown. Can they create something from this corner? Monique Rikiki to take. Bramley's coming forward. She'll hope to use her height, and she may even get on the end of this, but not before it goes out. It will now be a goal kick. Might be time to have a quick look at the live ladder, bearing in mind that there's still a lot of games to play out, but things are very tight. I guess with the bottom half of the ladder, where both of these teams are residing at the moment and looking to climb, as Asada tries to flick that through for Pritchard to get onto, but it goes out. We might press pause on the live ladder situation, because got a corner kick here. That Takuda will take for Campbelltown. Sends it in. It's low and hard. And it looks like Mina Nishitani got the touch to it. Sent in again. Bramley was trying to line up a header on it, but got a little bit of a push on the way. That's Modbury Vista scrambling to clear it. Derry doesn't manage to keep it in. Doman takes it quickly, looking for Marina Asada, who gets a touch off her chest. Now it's Pritchard, but the flag is up. So again, Pritchard just inching forward time and time again. Seems like she wants to make it a hat-trick on her birthday week. Got to perhaps a little bit of a pause in the action. Will very quickly cast one eye on the tables at the moment. If these teams share points as it stands at the moment, Campbelltown will be on 6th. Modbury Vista will be in 8th. 8 points and 6 points respectively. Monique Rikiki decides to cut it back. Will she line up a shot? Does! And glides less than a foot over that crossbar. So a point won't be enough to put Campbelltown into that top 5. Bear in mind, Adelaide University in 7th spot at the moment. They've of course got their game tomorrow against West Torrens-Bacalla. Modbury Vista would love to pick up 3 points today and, at least for the moment, get themselves in front. But just keep in mind, West Torrens-Bacalla with a decent campaign so far this year as well. 13 points and in 4th spot as it stands. So they'll go into that one as favourites. Metro Stars with a loss earlier tonight. They sit in 9th with a point tonight for Modbury Vista. That will be enough to leapfrog them on goal difference. Meanwhile, a little bit of late drama in the RD8 NPLSA as well, with Playford City hitting the lead in extra time. Of course, all the action up for you to check out on FSA Leagues on YouTube. Of course, if you can though, get down to your local game and experience it live, because there's nothing like some live football. 13 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. And of course, we thank Apex Steel, official naming rights sponsor of the Apex Steel, NPLSA and WSL. Bramley gets ahead to it. And it just goes out before Kira Glynns can get to it to keep it in. Campbelltown bench just going for a quick warm-up now. We may see some changes soon. A game of ping-pong at the moment, but see Modbury Vista's attacking half, although they do now spill. Weeks plays it to Pritchard on the wing, and Summer Doman tried to clear it. Now Ella Smith wins it. Ziri just a little bit too much on it to find Nina Nishitani. Takuda picks it up for Campbelltown. Now it's with Glynns. She's got Rikiki as an option. Ends up being a loose ball that Modbury Vista will comfortably deal with. Ferreira goes to ground and the whistle goes, and it will be another Modbury Vista free kick. Vista choose to play it back to Abby Lucas and maybe just try to build some more fluid passages of play. Hannah Pritchard again seems to have just dialed up the intensity in the second half, and as well as presenting a bit of an additional attacking option, also just applying the press for Campbelltown. Here's Williams. Does well to control it and gets a shot off on the right, but takes a deflection on the way through from Mr. Costello. Now it's going to be a corner from Modbury Vista. We saw what they were able to create up the other end. Off the foot of Mina Nishitani. The ball took a deflection from a Campbelltown player on the way in and ended up in the back of the net. Could they be so lucky to convert from the corner once more tonight, put themselves in front? Smith presents as a short option, but Nishitani waves it off. Eventually does choose Smith and sends it in. Williams thought for a second it might have been a loose ball that she could take advantage of, but Chekwitz clears it. Now she sends it long, looking for Rikiki. Shinaka's got there first. Now she gets to it again and plays it out to safety. A little bit of instruction from the Campbelltown bench. Jasper Lyles, which is always interesting to listen to. Mary Gosti telling Isabel Chekwitz to choose Monique Rikiki in that one-on-one contest. Is that something that we can keep an eye on throughout the rest of this match? Maybe something that Campbelltown can capitalise on and put themselves back in front. Abby Lucas will take this goal kick now, and she sent her players to a pretty condensed right-hand side of the pitch. Williams ends up with it. A little bit of free time beats Pritchard. Ferreira. She was looking for Mondiri, but it takes a deflection on the way in. Ferreira again. She goes to ground. And Campbelltown managed to nullify that threat for now. Now they're trying to mount something of their own. Takuda finds Pritchard. Doman's calling for it. Blins rather. She does get to it. And Modbury Vista are able to send the cavalry there and get in front of that attempt to centre it. Campbelltown to throw it right down the line. Takuda ends up with it after a Modbury Vista deflection, but it goes out, and that'll be a Modbury Vista throw in. Now it looks like we may be having a change here because Mary Gosti's gone to the Campbelltown bench, who are currently warming up, and relayed a quick message. No one's come back just yet, but maybe he's just giving them the heads up. As Vista win that one back in their defensive area. Lisinski clears it, but it goes out. So for Lisinski, one of the players from Adelaide City that was on the move over the off-season after Adelaide City went down to the Apex Steel Women's State League. Pritchard controls it. And it's eventually Asada. Campbelltown put themselves back in front. 3-2.
Goal scored for Campbelltown City by our Marina Asada. That's Campbelltown City 3, Modbury Vista 2.
22nd minute goal from Marina Asada. See, it's a home side. Go back up, and there's one thing we have seen in this game so far tonight. These goals seem to come in bunches, so we're going to see maybe a couple in quick succession now. What can Modbury Vista do to respond? I think Rakiki hunting that out aggressively. Looks like Campbelltown wouldn't mind being the ones to respond and give themselves a little bit of a buffer. Modbury Vista, though, seem to have dialed up the intensity as Williams has a shot from a bit of an angle that just goes out. A goal kick now for Campbelltown. Still waiting to see a change from either bench, and as I say that, looks like it's going to be Vista who do that, because we've got Georgia Dearden ready to come on for them. And Deary, she found Ferreira, but her first touch a little bit heavy and spills it again. Modbury Vista win it back. And Takuda picks it back up for Campbelltown. Shinakis clears for Modbury Vista. And Izzy Chekowitz comes to clear it. There's a shot from distance from Williams. Wow! A goal of the week contender from Caitlin Williams. We said so far tonight, these goals were coming in bunches, and true to form, Modbury Vista respond. 24th minute. Williams goes into the book, and we're all locked up. 3-3 at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. And we're finally going to see a change. Modbury Vista. Georgia Dearden is coming on for Caitlin Ferreira. And a change for Campbelltown as well. It's Stella Vitrek coming on for Takuda. Yuka Takuda calls it a night at around the 70th minute mark. Stella Vitrek not in the side last week with that win against Comets. We know her quality. Can she create something and put Campbelltown back in front again? Former player as part of the Football SA NTC program, Stella Vitrek, and very highly rated amongst her peers as Olivia Bramley tracks back to just put that out to safety. And of Ariana Mondiri, but they have given away a corner kick in the process. Nina Nishitani again taking it from Modbury Vista. Smith presents as a short option again, as she did on the opposite side earlier. Sends it in, low and hard again, and finds the head of Williams on the way in. But it does go out, and it will be a goal kick. One for Nishitani for Vista tonight. And you can probably count on another one that took the deflection from Campbelltown on the way in. One for Williams on the side of Campbelltown. Two for Pritchard, one for Asada. Get the feeling that more goals to come still tonight. In terms of the overall goal count, Hannah Pritchard now with 8 to her name for the year so far, the leading goal scorer for Campbelltown. Williams on 3 for the year, and Nishitani now on 2. So Nishitani sends it in just to the edge of the 18-yard box. Modbury fighting to get it, but she goes to ground, and Bramley strongly clears. Here's Smith. She found Dearden, but it eventually goes out. It will be a Modbury throw-in. Georgia Dearden seems to have just added a little bit of composure since coming on, only a couple of minutes ago. And there's Rakiki for Campbelltown, just staying up front. We know she's got pace, and we know she plays with a lot of aggression, so the ball through. And should we head down ready to chase? Doman frantically defending. Now it's Mondiri Nishitani. That was covered in by Campbelltown. Seems to be just getting a little bit harder for Campbelltown to clear at the moment. Smith was looking for Mondiri, but finds the shoulder of Bramley. That's Pritchard. Ends up with Asada. Now here's Monique Rakiki. Glynns. Has she got the pace set? Get beyond Shinakis. She does it. And it goes over the sideline for a Campbelltown throw-in. Bit of a half attempt from Amelia Rakiki there. All tied up at the moment. And 3 points. Looked lucky for Campbelltown, but only for a moment before Vista responded. We've seen both teams lead at various times during this match. For Campbelltown, it'll be huge if they can climb the ladder and start putting a little bit of pressure on that top 5. For Modbury Vista, to be able to string a couple of wins together will be massive for their confidence. Having come up last year from the Apex Steel Women's State League. .30 gone now on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard. All your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Williams chooses Dearden and a shot. The Modbury Vista bench jumped up and gasped at that point. It looked like it was coming in like an absolute rocket, but just ended up a little bit wide. And again, it seems like Modbury Vista just seemed to have the momentum a little bit at the moment. And maybe in response, it looks like Campbelltown are about to make a change. Once again, Modbury Vista win it high. Williams is trying to find Nishitani, but it's cut out on the way. They still don't manage to clear it completely, do Campbelltown. Amelia Rakiki has a little bit of space, and she'll try to break here for Campbelltown, but one high again by Modbury Vista. Although Mondiri just struggles to control that, and it goes out. It will be a Campbelltown throwing now, and here's that change for Campbelltown. It's going to be Elizabeth Kafari that comes on for them. Former Fulham United and former Adelaide United player as well. So that Kafari V-Trek duo hoping to create something at this late stage, and it's been Amelia Rakiki who's made way. Taken quickly and down the line by Campbelltown. Gain a few yards and they'll get another throw in. Modbury Vista win it back again. Williams. She chooses Smith. Back to Williams. He was hoping to play it in and on for a little bit of support, but doesn't quite come off. Touchette plays it back to Lucas. Plays it long, looking for Williams. It looks like it was Bramley that got the touch though. Now it's Asada. A little bit of a frantic moment here for Vista. Maybe a slight miscommunication between Lazinski and Lucas, but Modbury Vista get away safely. Here's Williams. Montieri breaks, but the flag is up. And there goes the whistle. Modbury Vista bench at the moment, just trying to keep that positivity. They seem to have a bit of a run of momentum at the moment. They just got to keep that and just make sure that they don't make any mistakes. And you do get the feeling that they may be able to hold on for the draw or perhaps even go one better. Bramley sends it long. Pritchard maybe with an opportunity if she can get past Dearden, but she doesn't. There's Kafari. Managed to play it back to Glynns. It eventually goes out. It will be a Campbelltown throw-in. Trick. Yanella. Campbelltown seems to just be wrestling back a little bit of momentum now since making that change, and Kafari seems to be one of those instrumental players in it, but Modbury Vista still dangerous. 35 minutes showing now on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard. Two changes for Campbelltown, just one for Modbury Vista. Both of which seem to have made some effect for the positive. Dearden coming on for Modbury Vista, maybe just adding a little bit more composure. And Vitrek and Kafari maybe creating a couple more opportunities and contributing to Campbelltown, maybe just trying to level up the momentum here. Long throw down the line, and Mondiri's just pushed off of it, and Campbelltown are able to win it back. Burnley goes back to Czechowicz. Summer Doman. An unfortunate slip from Ella Smith. And she hasn't got up from it yet, so a bit of an unfortunate slide from her. She hasn't called a trainer on yet to get any treatment. You hope for her sake it's maybe just an unfortunate, a little bit of a slip and landing on her backside, which can be painful, but certainly the better outcome than actually hurting yourself. Looks like she's ready to jog that off. Smith finds Williams with a throw in. He goes back to Smith. Now it's Montieri just trying to battle past Bramley. perhaps one of the pivotal players for Campbelltown tonight in keeping Modbury at bay. Shot from the right side from Vanessa Reid. Izzy Chechwitz was looking for V-Trek on that occasion. Pritchard. Williams managed to get away with that, but only momentarily as it goes out. It will be another Modbury Vista throw-in though. Things seem to have evened back up and got very tight between these two teams over the last 5 minutes or so. If you ask me about at that stage 5 minutes ago, I would have said that another goal's likely, but things seem to have just maybe start to get a little bit deadlocked. As we said, a single point would be valuable for both of these sides, but not enough to make any real meaningful climb up the ladder. If Campbelltown City can snatch something late, then they can really start to put pressure on the likes of Football SA, who are on 10 points. Campbelltown, of course, on 7 at the moment, so that would be massive to get on equal terms with them ahead of their game tomorrow. Summer Doman trying to get past Dearden, who wins that exchange, and Mondiri goes to ground. Got a bit of a push on the way from Doman, who's swiftly shown the yellow card. In terms of that point race as well, just going back to it, Modbury Vista on 9th at the moment, 5 points. With a win, they can actually overtake Campbelltown. And Metro, of course, with their loss as well. That's another team that they get to leapfrog, so it'll be huge for the visitors if they can do something late. So 3 points, absolutely the goal for these two sides. One won't be enough as Nishitani sends it just to the edge of the 18-yard box. Ella Smith denies Campbelltown a breaking run. That's Monique Rakiki trying to create one of her own. But she's cut off. Here's Lazinski. Mondiri finds herself clear. She's got too many defenders in red to get past though. Williams manages to centre it, but Pritchard gets there first for Campbelltown. Now it's Campbelltown hoping to create a break of their own. Asada. Kafari. She's got Smith to get far past, and the ball does. Dealt with by Modbury Vista. About to tick over 41 minutes now on the One Road LED and Sportable System scoreboard. Bramley looks up and chooses to centre it. I think Rakiki might have been the desired target there, but doesn't quite get to her. Now Campbelltown just as quickly on the defences again. Abby Lucas is willing on Vista at the moment. This last little phase of the match, there hasn't been I don't think any instance of the trainer coming on, a couple of substitutions, but you wouldn't think at this stage you're likely to see any meaningful time added. Throws it into Asada, who gets a touch. V-Trek. Not sure if she managed to keep it in. Looked like a little bit of confusion there, and it will be Vista that gets the throw in. Smith tried to play it quickly onto Mondiri. Smith again. Denied by 2 Campbelltown players. And we'll get another throw in though. Nishitani will take the throw this time. Goes to Mondiri. She's got Samadoma on her back. Goes back to Nishitani. Williams controls it. And a little unfortunate slip. She may get another chance. Just ends up dribbling into the hands of Izzy Chekowitz. Duchette manages to deal with that, and now it's a Campbelltown throw-in. Sent forward down the line by Campbelltown, but there's no one there to get to it. And we're just about to tick over to 44 minutes now. On the side of Vista, they still seem to have a little bit of urgency on them. I think Campbelltown probably want to hunt this down too. And maybe this will be a last little chance from as Rukiki tries to battle past Shinakis. Here's a chance for Campbelltown. Kafari doesn't manage to do much with it. Now Lucas clears. Only about 30 seconds away from ticking over 45. I wouldn't expect more than a couple of minutes of time added at the end of this. Nishitani. Mondiri hasn't found that clean break all game. And she won't find it on that occasion either. Bit of an outside shot from Modbury Vista. Samadoma looks like she's eager to take that quickly and finds Marina Asada. Goes back to Doman, who sends it in the area of Anna Pritchard, who doesn't end up with it this time. There was a little attempt to play it forward from Modbury Vista, but that chip not making its way to Mondiri. Now it's Rukiki locked into a battle and Tiernan forced to assist for Modbury Vista. And Modbury Vista end up breaking. Here's Shinakis. Will this be that clean break from Modbury Vista? And Nishitani slid in to try take advantage of a loose ball, but Campbelltown clear, and now they're on the attack. Pritchard with a run. It's just cut off en route. Now it's 46 minutes. One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Round 8 of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia will of course continue tomorrow. That big triple header at Service FM Stadium for Female Football Week. And we're going to see a late change now here for Campbelltown. Brooke Gilchrist is going to make a very late appearance. Can't quite see who the player has gone to ground at the very opposite side of us. Too far away for me to tell, but now play will go on. Anna Pritchard will get to this first. Now it's Kafari. Rukiki. Shinakis does well to get a first touch to it, but it's a battle between her and Rukiki at the moment. Rukiki has a shot from distance that ends up on the wrong side of the post for Campbelltown. Lucas now pushing our troops up forward. 47.5 minutes gone now I would imagine these are probably the dying moments of this game, and 1 point each is probably how it's going to land. Vista send that throw long. We'll take another throw in. Good energy from Abby Lucas in goals for Modbury Vista, still making sure she's got the right attitude and words to keep her team going. We're over 48 minutes now. Modbury Vista, maybe the late chance. Mina Nishitani sends it in now, Dearden. Ella Smith sends it goalward. It does a late little curl, but the flag is up at the opposite side. Isabel Chekowitz is gone to ground. Looks like she's keen to continue quickly though. Right as the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard ticks over 49. Bramley sends it long. Modbury Vista throw in. Goes out once more, and with that, the final whistle from Joshua Britbeck. Tonight will end 3-3 between Campbelltown City and Modbury Vista in round 8 of the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League South Australia. We'll have a quick look at the ladder standings as they are at the moment. 1 point each will mean Campbelltown sit in 6th spot at the moment, equal points with Adelaide Uni, but slightly better than on goal difference. It means Modbury Vista will go above Metro Stars into 8th spot. Again, they're on equal points with them, but goal difference means they are slightly the better. So a pretty competitive match in the end. Moments that we saw more fluid bits of play, but overall safe to say it was a little bit of an arm wrestle and possibly a bit of a stalemate at times. But shared points, the result at Steve Woodcock Sports Park. Again, the big triple header at Service FM Stadium tomorrow for Female Football Week. Check it out if you can. Time to sign off from Steve Woodcock Sports Park. Simon Jimenez has been keeping you company tonight, and we'll catch you soon.
No worries. Yep. Cool.